Hi friends, welcome to Aishudiy. In the last video, we saw how to make this beautiful earrings, the herringbone weave with wire, and this one came out to be my favorite so far, and I really like the color combination. I don't know if the camera is doing justice, but this looks really pretty in person. So I came up with an idea to make a necklace for the earrings. So for that, it's going to be wire wrapped loops all over the chain, and then we are going to create a focal with this bead, of course, and then I have some teardrops. It's faceted crystal teardrops, glass beads, and it's copper, metallic copper finish on one half and translucent on the other. As you can see, it is two-tone, and I thought these color combination goes very well. And it is coming similar to my flower uh, wire wrapped necklace and earrings, I guess. But this one is a really nice gemstone bead. So I have here 24 gauge wire and then some anti-copper chain, just a regular chain, curved chain for the back of the necklace. And then I have some bicone, 4mm bicones, 6mm bicones in peach color, and then some 2 by 3mm, 2 by 4mm roundels in purplish pink color, and then this 5mm pink pearls. These are the beads that I have. I want to create a chain with wrap loops like this. So it's like in some I have put just one bead and some three, and I have mixed matched, and I have started this chain, and I'll show you guys how to make this chain first, and then let's go from there. So it's going to be a 24 gauge wire, and I would like to work with the spool rather than cut myself a length so that I don't waste any wire whatsoever. So but you can do it otherwise. You can just cut and then do it. See, in this chain I have actually had 3 1 2 3 and 1 1 1, so it's like random. I didn't mean to follow a pattern. It's just random pattern, which I think goes well with these things. So that's what I'm going for. I am not choosing anything which is like a pattern, like 3 2 3 2. No pattern. So I'm just following whatever my heart wishes and whatever comes next, and I'm just going with the random selection. But you can do it with a regular pattern too. So here I have 3, so I'm going for a 2, and that too I'm going for this darker color because it's a lighter color, so I just want to switch it up with a darker color. And our 15 seed beads, I don't want to forget that. And then we need a clasp of choice. You can have a lobster claw clasp, you can have a toggle clasp, whichever you prefer. And then some crimp beads, crimp tubes or crimp beads to cover up the end. Actually, we don't need crimp. What am I talking about? We need just lobster claw clasp because we are going to use chain in the back. We are not going to use beading wire. First, I thought I'll use beading wire with the seed beads, but then I thought chain will make more sense. And then all you need is a lobster claw clasp and a jump ring. That's all we need for this project. And let me find me a jump ring, which is an antique copper color. So if it is a closed jump ring, I feel much more safer than the open jump ring. But so this decorated jump ring will do because it's closed. I feel that is much more secure, and I really like the antique copper. As you guys all know, I like antique copper. And then this chain would be my favorite so far. So I just don't want to miss it. Let's do. So I uploaded, I mean, sorry. I loaded a seed bead, a 15 seed bead, and I'm going to find 2 beads. So I'm just going for the roundel and a seed bead. I just came from the doctor's office. My eye is dilated, so if I do some mistake, please. Yeah, I might do some mistake, but I'm not so sure. Okay, there we go. My eyes are getting better, so, but I need to go through a procedure or something, like a program or something, the doctor was telling. So I have it next week too. Let's see how it goes. So I loaded the beads on my wire, that way I don't waste anything. So I just bend it at 90 degree. I just eyeball the distance, probably 1.5 centimeters, and then go ahead and reposition my pliers, then make a loop. I like to make small loops. I have two round nose pliers. This one is a smaller size mandrels, and this one is a little bit fatter, so I like to use this one for the wrap loops. And then once I get the loop ready, before closing the loop, I'm just going to add it to my chain. If you're starting, you will just make a wrap loop and then go from there. Since I have it already here, I just wanted to put that in, hold the loop and wrap it with your fingers. There we go. And then you can either snip off this tail, or you can just go ahead and then tuck in the tail if there is one. Mine is nicely flush, I think. And I'm just putting the beads down, so that way I'm not losing much of wire. And then I'm just holding on top of the bead, bend it to 90 degrees, and then reposition your pliers and hold it like this and go around, make a loop. This loop you can finish it off, and make sure you wrap it until the bead, the seed bead. But the only problem with the 15 or 11 seed beads right next to a wrap loop is when we are tucking the tail in, there is a high possibility that we might break. I did snap one seed bead when I was trying to actually tuck in the tail. Just be very gentle and careful when you are tucking in the tail. Otherwise it will snap, and these are glass beads. The small beads will break, and there will be a little bit of a gap when you have counted the seed beads. So that's why we do that. Okay, now one link is created. Now the next you can so for the next, I'll take some pearl beads. So you can just add one pearl, or you can add multiple pearls. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to add about 3 pearls or so, and I'm putting seed bead in between all my beads, like most of my links, but that is also a design preference. You can choose to put it, you can choose not to put it. Only difficulty I see here is when you tuck in your tail, you might break it. That's the only thing. But other than that, the seed beads add a nice touch to the links. That's what I feel. There we go. And then I'm gonna bend the wire and make a loop, then add this loop. Before closing it, make sure that you add it to the next link. You can also use a jump ring to connect each of the links, but I prefer this to be much more secure option than that, because we are using 24 gauge wire and it is not 20 will be much more secure if you use a jump ring. When you use a jump ring, it will be open. So there we go. Snip off the excess, move all the beads down, and then here is my wire. take my round nose pliers, keep it on top, bend it to 90 degrees, reposition, and then circle it around the mandrel. And now take it off. Here you have the loop. These will come in the way, but you will get used to once you start doing this. So the antique copper is the one that I mostly use, I think, and I'm done with the 24 gauge wire. This is all I have left. So I'm just trying to be more careful in not wasting my wire. Okay. So the loop is a little bit wonky. Yeah, it's okay. It's my eyes. Okay. So I have created 7 inches here, and then I have here some length. So what I want to do essentially is create a focal. So here is going to be the side and create a focal. I just need one more link, and then I will create a focal. So for that one link, I'm going to use the crystal. I think, yes, that's what I will use. So I'm just going to put a seed bead. A crystal and a seed bead. Just one bead. And then I'm going to make a wrap loop. Before closing the loop, don't forget to add it to your chain. And then hold it there and wrap it around. If you want, you can use your pliers. I'm fine using my hands to wrap the wire. It might be sharp though. So there is a finger protectant that you can buy so that you can add it to your finger so it won't poke. And then bend the wire, make a loop. There we go. Okay, it already poked me. There is a tail and there is this 15 seed beads. You need to be careful while tucking in. There we go. Okay. Now I have this part, and then I'm going to create the focal. So for the focal, it is not only the center. I want to create something on the side too, so it's asymmetrical.